I'm Kasey McRae.
And I'm Josh Guest. Your BYU Daily News starts now.
The District of Columbia passed a law yesterday allowing same-sex couples to marry. Now that gay marriage is legal in the capital, Utahns are asking what could happen elsewhere in the nation, and especially here in Utah. BYU Daily News reporter Lydia DeFranchi is here with us. Lydia, what does this mean for traditional marriage?
Well, approximately 150 people lined up yesterday in D.C. to apply for marriage licenses. But the debate is certainly happening, and we can expect to hear more about the issue here in Utah.
Thanks, Lydia. Former Utah Attorney General Scott Matheson now waits for congressional approval for his judicial appointment. President Obama nominated Matheson to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 10th Circuit yesterday. In announcing the nomination, Obama said Matheson was a perfect fit. Matheson says he is honored by his selection. The Utah legislature is looking to improve the way the state does health insurance. The Utah Health Exchange went online last year and allowed people to pick plans depending on what they wanted. But many participants quickly dropped out because of high premium costs. The bill proposes spreading out the costs among small businesses, and lawmakers say they hope this will keep prices down. A trial is underway in Provo for a man accused of assaulting 5 boys. 40-year-old Pedro Hugo Rodriguez faces 56 felony charges of sexual assault against troubled boys. Police say Rodriguez befriended the young men by offering them a place to live. If convicted, Rodriguez faces up to life in prison. And leaders of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Chile have donated more than 6 tons of food in the city of Talca to help victims of Saturday's earthquake. Officials say another shipment of 20 tons of food will arrive in the city of Concepcion today. Anyone can donate. Church leaders say food, water, and hygiene kits are in highest demand.
Welcome to BYU's Daily News. I'm Adam Belinsky.
And I'm Kasey McRae. Our top story. On the closing day of legislature, one representative made an unexpected confession. The former BYU employee accused of stealing $200,000 is in jail. Alan Scott Harris will serve 180 days as well as provide 150 hours of community service. He also has 60 months probation to allow him time to pay restitution. Harris bought laptops and other computer equipment with university money and then sold them online in 2008 and 2009. Robbie Bullough is in Vegas, and he may be tempted to bet on BYU after a big night for the Cougars. Doctors create a new vaccine for brain tumors, police make a major meth bust, and fans start a riot after a basketball game. Here's your look at news from around the nation. And that's your look at news from around the nation. Josh, back to you. So Annette, this beautiful weather is just the warm before the storm?
Exactly, that's exactly true.
Oh, I'll enjoy it while it lasts. Thanks, Annette.
You're welcome.
Now we have joining us for sports, Mr. Blake Romney. Blake?
Coming up next on the Daily News, some BYU students get a refresher course in etiquette and table manners. Stay with us. BYU students got a lesson on manners last night at a business etiquette dinner. Governor Gary Herbert says he is being careful about signing bills that were made to send a message to Washington. Herbert says the cost of each bill is important in his decision of whether to sign. He must either sign, veto, or let a bill become a law without his signature by next Friday. Herbert says he is also weighing the cost of court challenges for not passing a bill. A cemetery in American Fork is looking to expand, and the city recreation field across the street is grabbing their attention. BYU Daily News reporter Kristen Todd tells us about the fight over Philly Field. Snow in Utah's mountains is big money, or at least it used to be. BYU Daily News reporter Garrett Tinney hit the slopes to find out how ski resorts are getting a little more social to avoid catching any more of an economic edge. You can keep updated on what snowfall is like at your favorite resort by joining their Twitter or Facebook pages. And for Snowbird, you can get the free download of their app at the Apple Store. Still to come on your news at noon, the weak economy can keep some from creating their dream wedding. A long-lost treasure turned up in a pile of trash in Florida. Piero Ramos saw a glimmer of gold sitting in the garbage at work. He discovered a pocket watch inscribed with the name John Iwaniki and Henry Ford. Piero found Bill Iwaniki in the phone book, who was thrilled to get back a family heirloom that was stolen from his grandfather's home in Michigan 51 years ago. The pocket watch was a retirement gift from Henry Ford. How it turned up in Florida more than 1,000 miles away is a mystery.
I wonder how much that was worth.
Probably a lot. I wish I could find something like that in my trash.
I wonder if it depreciates after it's been in the trash or if it's just as valuable as it would have been.
I would hope it's just as valuable.
At least you can check a time now, you know.
Well, that's your daily news for Friday, February 19th, 2010.
For updates around the clock, join us online at dailynews.byu.edu.
Have a great afternoon. Welcome to BYU's Daily News. I'm Adam Belinsky.
And I'm Kasey McRae. Our top story, a bomb threat on a United Airlines flight triggered panic at the Salt Lake International Airport yesterday.
It was on its way from Denver to San Francisco, and the pilots had to make an unscheduled stop in the Beehive State. Officials eventually gave the all clear.
BYU Daily News reporter Javier Misiego was on the scene. Javier, what started this whole thing?
Well, the crew members of the United Airlines Flight 741 found a threatening note that forced the plane to make the emergency landing in Salt Lake City. This prompted a massive law enforcement response.